Okay, let's go on to question number 3. So I'm going to look at 2 questions and answer them at the same time. First is from Stephen. Hello, Teacher Sarah. My question is, how can a non-native speaker get native fluency? And then from Dawit, I am not perfect with grammar. What do you recommend? So I'm going to look at these and answer them at the same time. So here, this is about fluency and grammar and fluency, right? These things kind of go together. How can I sound more native with my fluency and my grammar? So let me give you some advice. Make sure to, first focus on communication, not perfection. So when you're working on your fluency and your grammar, perfection is not going to happen maybe for a long time, right? It takes a lot of practice, a lot of time to really speak in the same way that a native speaker would. And this is true for every language, right? But that's okay. Your main focus should be communication. Does the other person understand the message you are trying to say or convey? Do they understand? If so, you are successfully communicating. Practice and time are the 2 biggest things that will improve your fluency and grammar. So make sure you have a practice schedule and stick to it. There's a saying in English, if you don't use it, you lose it. So if you are studying, let's say you're studying vocabulary or grammar or anything like this, and then you just don't have a schedule or you don't really use it and speak it and practice it, you will forget, right? I'm sure if you're watching, there have been words you have learned and then you didn't use them or you didn't use the grammar and then, I don't remember. So make sure to stick to a schedule, even if it's just 5 minutes a day or a couple times a week. That's better than nothing. Just be consistent with your practice. It's also important to keep it fun. So do not give yourself a very heavy schedule if you don't like that. And if you don't like to study grammar or you don't like to memorize vocabulary, find a different way. Watch TV shows, listen to podcasts, read song lyrics. If maybe you really like music, try to watch some videos or listen to some things in English. Make sure to keep it fun. This is going to make practice a lot easier, more interesting. So this means you're going to improve more faster, and it will have a long-term effect because you're enjoying learning. So remember, fun methods plus practice plus time equals better fluency in grammar. So things begin to sound right because you have listened and practiced and listened and practiced over time. So this means that now you can just begin to hear, maybe I said she should done instead of she should have done. I hear that doesn't sound right. What do I need to change? So how to become more fluent and have better grammar: practice, time, consistent schedule, and keep it fun. Okay, question number 4. So this question is from Abdel. Can I learn English without studying grammar by listening or reading? So I think this is a very interesting question. And my answer to you is yes, you certainly can. You can acquire grammar over time as you become more and more used to reading and using the language. So just think about your native language. For example, of course, my native language is English, but when I was a child, when I was 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, I never studied the grammar of my language, right? Not until I was in school later. So how did I learn grammar? Well, I learned it from speaking and listening and reading and writing and all these things. And then later I learned the names of those rules. So yes, you certainly can acquire or gain the grammar, learn it without studying it directly. But this takes, again, a lot of time, a lot of practice, and can be more challenging if you are not in an English environment where people are speaking English to you and the signs are in English and you're using it a lot. That makes acquiring it a lot easier. If you're just doing it on your own, it is more challenging, but possible. So it's possible, but it is very useful to know some basic grammar rules. This will help you understand better what you are reading and listening to. So maybe, for example, you have not studied irregular verbs, things like saw and ran. So if you come across something and, oh, I thought that ed was past, what's happening? What's saw? Does it mean like a tool? What does this mean? If you see something confusing and you're trying to do this acquire grammar approach, make sure to look it up. You will probably learn some simple grammar rules, which can help your understanding.